Okay, today I want to show you how to install Joomla. So first we need to download Joomla. I go to the official Joomla website, which is joomla.org. Okay, once I'm here, I click on download. And I want to download the full package. So I click on that. Yeah, I save the file. And afterwards you go to your download location. Okay, here's my download. Now I need to unzip it or extract it. On a uClient machine, you just right-click. You click on, I'll show you again. You right-click, click on Extract All. You can accept the default folder name. Click on Extract. And now there are a few thousand, as you can see here, there are a few thousand files to extract. Because there are quite a few files to extract, that means there will also be quite a few files to upload to the server. Now, depending on how big your class is, that might be a problem. One of the classes has over 50 students, so if you all try to upload a few thousand files each at the same time, 50 students doing that at the same time on the server, that might be quite a bit of work for the server to do, so things might get quite slow. So installing Joomla might be something you want to do from home, just because it means the server is less busy and it will be faster for you. But you can also do it in the workshop with everyone else. Okay, it's nearly finished. Okay, here it is. Now, one problem as usual, we had the same problem with CM Simple. So one problem as usual is that we've got a mix of upper and lowercase characters. So I will rename that folder, because if I upload the folder as it is, people who visit my website will have to type exactly this folder name in. When no one would want to remember this long name. So I'll just replace it with Joomla or lowercase 351. But you could call it whatever you want. If you've got a specific theme in mind for your first Joomla installation, let's say, I don't know, it's going to be about gardening, then you could call it, I don't know, gardening CMS or whatever you got in mind. Okay. Okay, next we need to upload this file to your area on bimserver2.com. So I will start FileZilla. I use Site Manager and I connect to my site. And as usual, on the left we see the local machine, and in this case my local uClient hard disk and networked drives I have access to. And here on the right half I see my area on bimserver2.com. And there should be a folder with your username.bimserver2.com. So if your name is Arthur Dent, for example, it should be called adent.bimserver2.com. And this is the only folder accessible through the web. So whatever you want to upload for your website, it has to go into this folder. And this is where I want to send my Joomla installation to. So last time when we installed CM Simple, I showed you how to install it from the left half of your FileZilla window. This time I show you how you drag and drop it. It works in most operating systems. You just take your Joomla folder and you drop it here, and it will now be uploaded. And we've got the queued files here, 5,000 and a few. Here are the successful transfers, and if there's any problem with uploading the files, those files will go into the failed transfers tab. If that happens, we need to deal with them in the end. So if that happens, I show you how to deal with them. There are 5,000 files, and on some of the modules there are quite a few students, so one of the modules has more than 50 students, so if 50 students want to upload 5,000 files each in a workshop, that's quite a bit of work for the server, and things might slow down. So uploading Joomla might be faster to do from home, just because there's so many files. If everyone wants to upload those files at the same time, we have a problem. The good news is, for every installation of Joomla, you only need to upload those files once, so this is a one-off job. And my suggestion is you upload Joomla today. This will be your practice system, where you get to know Joomla, you experiment around a bit, and once you feel comfortable with using Joomla, you then install a second installation on your area on our server, and this second installation will then be the one you work on for your assignment. So if you go along with that plan, you only have to install Joomla twice. Once today to practice, and then once you feel comfortable with the system, one other time, your second time, that would be the installation you work on for your assignment. As we can see, there are already some failed transfers, but I just wait because there might be more. Another thing I want to mention is that if you have problems connecting to your area on bimserver2.com, let me know. I'll have a look whether your settings are correct. If they're not correct, we will try to fix them. If they are correct, we will see whether there are some other ways for you to upload the files, or whether there are some other ways for you to connect to the server. Okay, this might take a while, so I'll speed this up a bit, so that you don't have to wait all the time. We are finally coming to an end. Only a few files left to upload, and we can see that there were quite a few failed transfers. So what we need to do is, we need to take all those failed transfers, and at the moment that means there are 220 files that couldn't be copied to the server, and we need to basically put them back into this queue of all the files that are supposed to be sent to the server. So to do that, you click on any of the files, you select all of them. So you could do Control A or Command A depending on your operating system. So I'm gonna do Control A because this is a Windows system, and I've got all those files selected now, and I want to put them back in the original queue. Before I do that, I just wait for the queued files to finish though. I could do it now, so if you have nothing else to do while you watch the queue going down, you could put the files. Oh, just a moment. You could put the files back into the original queue. Okay, copying the files is finished now, and we can see that some of the files couldn't be copied to the server. They appear here under failed transfers under this tab. So we need to select one of the files now, and now depending on your operating system, you do Control A or Command A to select all of the files. You then right click and you click on Reset and Requeue All, and you can see all those 220 files moved from the Failed Transfers tab to the Queued Files tab. So all that's left to do now is to right click here and to start processing this queue again. So I click on Process Queue, and it will copy those 220 files over. Now at this stage there could be further failed transfers, so you need to keep an eye on that failed transfer tab again. Let's just wait for those files to copy over. Okay, that all worked, so all the files should be on the server now. So the address will be whatever your web address is, so usually whatever your username is, .bimserver2.com, and because it's, in my case, it's in a folder called Joomla 351, I would go to my browser and type my address, followed by /Joomla 351. Okay, let's try this out. I close FileZilla. I don't need those two files anymore. Oops. So I'm going to delete them. Okay, and let's go start a web browser. And I go to my address, your username, or in your case, whatever your username is, bimserver2.com /Joomla 351, because that's what I called the folder. Press enter, and I get the installation screen.